a Muslim guy endorsed Trump on Friday, does that mean Trump is pro-Muslim? Come on, Piers, you're better than this.
No, I tell you what, you're better than this, because when you say it was a Nazi rally...
I didn't say it was a Nazi rally.
You did.
I didn't actually. I said it was a Nazi-style rally.
When you say it's a Nazi-style rally, you're calling Trump Hitler. You are.
God, let me repeat myself. I'm repeating myself. I'm saying that I listened to a rally.
Piers Morgan from Piers Morgan Uncensored has hosted a debate about the current state of U.S. politics with the panel featuring Sarah Palin, Mehdi Hassan, Destiny, and Dave Smith, where they're talking about different issues tied to former President Donald Trump, as well as Biden in the upcoming election. Now, this is also highlighting the popularity of Trump, and Piers Morgan is also discovering the rally observations with Sarah Palin and others. And they also talk about racism and rhetoric and everything, and the Biden versus Trump economy. So we're going to go ahead and get right further into it with Piers Morgan and the rest of the panel about this particular discussion.
At which people said things that Nazis said. Do you deny that Joseph Goebbels talked about enemy of the people, that enemy within is a Hitler line?
Anyone who uses the phrase enemy of the people is a Nazi?
Not anyone. When Trump consistently uses Trump language, Hitler language, when he says poisoning the blood of the immigrants, was that coincidence as well? Even after he was told that's only from Mein Kampf and he said it again. Was that a coincidence?
It was a Nazi rally to you.
Was that a coincidence?
Was it a Nazi rally?
No, it was a Nazi-style rally. People said absolutely neo-Nazi things.
So these people are capable of perpetrating a Holocaust.
You just want to get a gotcha line, and I want you to do with facts. Is a great replacement theory Nazi theory or not?
Let's make it fair here. Mandy used to work for MSNBC and everything, and now he's a commentator for Fox News, I believe, as well as a number of other outlets. I'm not sure if it's official, but Piers Morgan is basically having a debate with the panelists with him here, and Piers Morgan is actually discussing and trying to go ahead and push that back on the questions that this guy is asking about, the whole Trump rally, where they accused the Trump rally being, Nazi style, when in reality, it's not. Like I said in the previous video, at the Trump rally, and Piers Morgan himself, he even said this too, that they had Israeli flags, as well as, black people and Puerto Ricans there as well. And it can't be Nazi style and stuff. This is just another political talking point of the left.
No. Sorry, facts matter. You can't just say, I'm going to ask you about headline
You're
pictures.
missing my overall point, which is this.
It's not my fault that
my
you don't
point is that you two are very exercised about the...
I'm exercised about the fact that you don't deal in facts, Piers. The great replacement theory...
Let me get a word in.
No. Great replacement theory is a neo-Nazi theory. Until you address that, I can't continue this conversation.
Let me come to Sarah I want to move to a different thing, because you're not going to address the fact you think
you don't know what the great replacement theory is.
You think they're a bunch of Nazis, but don't really want to say
they're a bunch of Nazis.
Both of your shows, I love watching you guys do this to each other, because watching you guys do it to other people is infuriating, and when you guys go to each other...
And here comes Destiny coming in to go ahead and egg it on, talk about how he loves watching them to go ahead and do this, but watch how Destiny gets handled.
It's very funny.
And I enjoy it too.
It is true, though. You don't deal in fact when you talk about Trump, though. I agree with him.
No, I do. I'm very...
What's the great replacement theory? Why didn't you tell your viewers?
You guys get mad about Trump being afraid of Hitler. Trump literally says, I want to suspend the Constitution if I vote fraud.
I don't agree with the great replacement theory.
So why was it echoed by Tucker Carlson and Don Jr. yesterday at the rally?
I don't agree with it. What do you want me to say?
So you're yeah, he said replace. Yes, Don Jr. was speaking. He said replace the immigrants coming to replace us.
Trump was thrown a softball question by Sean Hannity, and he said he'd be a dictator on day one.
Let me ask you about...
teeing him up for a softball question.
But let me ask you about illegal immigration then, Destiny. So we've seen an unbelievably large number of illegal immigrants come in during the Biden-Harris administration. Do you think this is right for America?
I don't think that Republicans think that illegal immigration is a problem right now. In fact, I'm 100% confident.
That wasn't my question. I said, do you think it's right that between 7 and 10 million people
the reality
have come in illegally?
Here are two facts that nobody will ever talk about.
Right?
I'll tell you. Here are two facts that we do not have a problem right now with illegal immigration in the United States. We have a problem with asylum seeking. Okay, that's the number one. That's a huge thing. But number two, if this was such a huge problem, why were Republicans so content to pull the plug on it when Donald Trump said, "I need to leave the border open for me to run on this as an election issue"? You know what that tells me? That tells me it was never really a problem in the first place. It was just a talking point.
It's Trump's fault.
Definitionally. Wait, I gotta hear this. Do you understand? Do you agree that Donald Trump was the one that told them to pull the plug on the bill?
He said so.
Well, I don't think...
Wait, do you agree that Donald Trump told them, do not vote yes on this bill?
I can try and answer.
Okay.
I don't think he should have been active in getting that bill pulled, because it would have helped. However, and I want to bring Sarah in on this, you cannot dispute there is a massive crisis at the southern border, nor can you dispute...
I'm shocked that you say that Republicans don't believe that the influx of illegal aliens across our borders is not a problem.
Why
it is a problem.
Bill?
It is a problem, and I think it's not just Republicans who recognize that. Look at even the Democrat leaders of cities who are being overrun, their budgets being busted trying to support the
and they all
illegals
supported the
who are
bill. They
coming
supported
in.
the bill.
I'm really getting a lot of cuck vibe energy from Destiny right now. Destiny is really trying to push back on something that is basically a misnomer, and it's a shame that Piers Morgan is not pushing back even harder against Destiny and everything, because it seems like Piers Morgan is like a deer trapped in the headlights and all of that. But then again, Piers Morgan, as you all have seen before, have stated that he's also liberal, but the fact of the matter is apparently it's about to go ahead and address this even further. So go ahead and get right back into the particular clip and stuff.
I'm shocked that you say that Republicans don't believe that the influx of illegal aliens across our borders is not a problem.
Why
It
they
is
pull
a
the plug on the
problem.
bill?
It is a problem, and I think it's not just Republicans who recognize that. Look at even the Democrat leaders of cities who are being overrun, their budgets being busted, trying to support the
And
illegals
they all supported the
who are
bill. They
coming
supported
in.
the bill.
Do you not think blaming Trump for everything is a bit lame?
I'm talking about
They were ready to
Let me
vote for
bring
the
it
bill,
down.
and then Trump said, don't do it.
Let me bring it
McConnell,
down.
Cruz, Langford, all these
Hang
people
on.
said we were going to vote for the bill, and then Trump pulled the plug
a
on
show
it.
where you've not
Hang
said
on.
one critical
my
thing about
God.
Donald Trump since it started.
Actually, what I was going to say to you
Not
before
one
I got
critical thing you
before
said
I
to
got
us.
shouted
Unbelievable.
over yet again on my own show, what I was going to say to you was
I thought it was going to be Dave and Sarah versus me and Destiny,
Trump-
but apparently
when-
it's
hang on.
me and Destiny versus Sarah and Piers.
when I you always like to do this, and it's not true.
I've not heard you say one critical thing about Trump.
When Trump was
Not
president,
one.
I wrote 110 columns for the Daily Mail about Trump. When he left, I counted negative, positive. It was about 50-50.
Great, but not
right?
today.
So I have been very, very critical of Trump
Not
when
today.
I felt he's deserved it. Well, no, because I find that with you and with Destiny, with great respect to you guys, you absolutely love sticking it to him. When I try and stick it back to your own
know,
problems with your own
accountability
party,
is the most
you don't want to hear
toxic
it.
The conservatives.
Piers, I can assure you I wish that I hadn't heard a bunch of racist stuff last night. I'm just coming on the show to say I heard a bunch of racist stuff
All right,
last
Dave,
night.
let me ask you this, Dave. Trump's most powerful.
Racist stuff? Did he really just say to Piers Morgan, he's got tired of hearing a bunch of racist stuff? What racist stuff came out of that rally? The only kind of people who has a problem with, talk about racism, this, racism, that, are those who perceive it in an incorrect manner. Okay, they consider everything racist and stuff. If it's as long as it's not torn their line of ideology and everything, this racist all of a sudden. And I really wish that Piers Morgan had actually pushed back even harder and everything. But I don't think Piers Morgan has it in him right now, right? And stuff. It seems like he might have been like Aaron Judge or any other Yankee players and stuff at bat and stuff during the World Series, where he just had a hard time, and he's just basically like struggling at this point. And this is unbelievable by any chance.
Couple part of his speech last night was his first line, where he said, "Let me start by just saying this. How many of you feel better off than you did 4 years ago?" And they all do any of you? And they all shouted no. I can imagine millions of Americans at home who've had an extremely tough 4 years because of massive inflation and huge cost of living problems would all be shouting no as well. That, in the end, I suspect will win Trump the election. Nothing else. I suspect it's actually going to be, it'll be the failure to control the border, but it will be predominantly that people feel they are worse off than they were 4 years ago.
Well, I think the thing that really undercuts this pitch from Donald Trump is that he really means 5 years ago. Yeah. Donald Trump has to run on the first 3 years of his administration and then go, hey, that whole 2020 thing really doesn't count because, we got hit with this virus. And the Democrats would have done the same thing. Or
is it unreasonable, that position? Given it was a global pandemic.
Well, and no.
Given by common consent,
okay, so here's
America performed better than most countries in the pandemic.
Well, it depends on how you measure.
It's just fundamentally untrue.
It totally depends on how you measure
Economically,
it.
it is believed America performed better than most countries.
We also recovered better, but Biden doesn't get credit for that.
Jeez, guys. I mean, I know it's like a week before an election, man, and everything's just got to get down to this tribal. We got to win this point, man. But just for a second, I will say that it's look, on one hand, what Donald Trump benefits from is the fact that the entire Democratic criticism of Donald Trump through 2020 was just that he didn't do more lockdowns and do more, you know what I mean? And so they kind of don't get to say it, but he also doesn't really get. The truth is, 4 years ago from today, a lot of Americans were worse off than they are right now because they were recovering from lockdowns. There were people whose businesses were shut down.
That's why he said from the start of the administration.
In my opinion, if Donald Trump had been a great leader, had actually risen to the moment he was called to, and had gotten Fauci off that task force, and had been against lockdowns, and had kept somewhat of liberty going through that year, he'd be in a much stronger position
the irony, Mehdi?
to say that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna address that point right there. On this, like, with this whole debate hosted by Piers Morgan. You see, with that being said, like, as far as Trump being a leader at the time concerned, as well as trying to get, rid of Fauci, who was going to be willing to go ahead and step up? Who did Trump have in mind to go ahead and replace Fauci and stuff? And also, he can't force out Fauci and everything like that. I mean, it wouldn't be as easy as everyone would think it would be. Okay, and it's a shame that Trump kept Fauci on instead of just going ahead and finding someone else to be replacing. But at the same time, who's willing to replace Fauci? That's one question asked. And also, if Trump were to find somebody to replace him, then who would it be? Who would be willing to take that step and take that particular position to handle this pandemic and stuff that's happening within the U.S. as well? But as far as this whole debate is concerned, Piers Morgan should have, done a better job to push back even further or even harder and stuff, at least on this particular topic, because I'm pretty sure throughout the rest of it, he probably did go even harder. And at the same time, letting the liberals and stuff go ahead and just try to, outdo him on his own show. I mean, that right there is pretty much a bit of a disappointment. But I can understand it and everything, but at the same time, I just can't help but be disappointed. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, be sure to include any additional thoughts you might have this particular topic. If you enjoyed what I said in this video, go ahead and smash the like button and share this video far wide across social media. And if you have done so already and you enjoyed all the content that I put out there, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Till then, peace.